Welcome to the 2022 Economic Depression and Preparation channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me. Please be sure to subscribe. I read all the comments. I appreciate your support to this channel as we continue to see rate hikes affecting everyone's finances in all parts of America. Cutbacks are coming both in the consumer level, the business level, and the macro level and the world level as everyone tries to cope with higher prices for production, higher prices for workers, higher prices for everything. How the Fed rate hikes could affect your finances is AP News today. As you know, the Federal Reserve moved of a 0.50 half percentage point increase has moved the rate, the Fed funds rate, the loan rate, which they loan between banks, to 4.5%. This is the highest level in 14 years, ladies and gentlemen. This is the seventh rate hike of this year. And we haven't even got out of 2022 yet. We still have about, 2.5 weeks left before the beginning of 2023. So I guess the only good news is, according to this article, is that if you have a lot of money in savings, I guess you earned a bit more interest on it, as some of the APYs, the annual percentage yields on these online high yield savings accounts now is approaching about 4%. But that's some of the good news. The bad news is that the Federal Reserve has signaled that the interest rates will continue to increase, meaning that they expect increases all the way throughout till 2024, the end of 2024. So many economists fear that recession is inevitable. I've been telling you on this channel that that we're in a recession right now, but it's going to hurt next year more badly as companies begin to shrink back jobs and shrink back demand for homes and cars and other services. That's going to be shrinking back as well. Consumer spending. Americans are going to be cutting back on new house, second home purchases, or first home purchases, and cars, new cars, and other goods and services. Which consumers are affected? Well, if you made a purchase, if you're trying to make buy a home, a house, a car, or large appliances, a water heater, or whatever, or a new garage, a new shed, or something, the price of these things are going to go up, and your monthly payments are going to be much higher now, unfortunately now, because of the interest rates rising. So this is going to be something that's going to be very, very interesting to see how many rate hikes we're going to have. We had 7 rate hikes so far this year. How many rate hikes do we get in 2023 before the debt load becomes either inserviceable for a lot of American families and for American businesses, small American businesses, or till hyperinflation just takes over and the dollar just ends up collapsing versus other currencies like the pound or the yen and stuff like that. It'll be very interesting to see. Now, MarketWatch.com, U.S. business inventories climbed 0.3% in October. Business inventories are creeping up. You look at the car lots. You go to these CarMaxes or Carvana. Carvana is another company that has fell by 30%. They laid off a bunch of workers, and the inventory was climbing at these places like CarMax and Chevy dealerships and Ford dealerships and Honda and Toyota dealerships. These inventories are climbing, and that's because they have nowhere to sell these cars to at 20% or whatever, 15% interest. And now inventories are going to be going up in a lot of different areas and sectors according to business. So rising inventory adds to gross domestic product is usually a reflection of a growing economy, quote unquote. But now this is going to be a reflection of a slowing economy as we're losing our purchasing power day by day. Retail sales fell by 6.6% in November as consumers feel the pressure from inflation. Now, remember when they were telling us back, maybe a year and a half ago, that this was supposed to be a transitory inflation. Now we know that inflation is here for the long haul. And this is one of the signs. Remember, the Great Depression in 1929 was a hyperinflation. Was a hyperinflationary depression. This is going to be like that, but we're also going to see deflation and big ticket items like tractors and houses and cars, because people simply are going to be, the unemployment rate is going to creep back up, and it's going to be to a level unsustainable. Weekly jobless claims fell. That was good news, to a 211,000, a decline from 20,000 from the previous period, and below our economist estimate of 232,000. So we're going to continue to see this too as well. Let me know what you think about declining gas prices. Gas prices have went down below $4 a gallon now for regular unleaded. According to AAA.com, it's around $3.92, $3.90 a gallon. Let me know, is that really helping your budget compared to other things that have gone up, like food, gas, utilities, natural heating, utilities, homeowners insurance. Everything else is going up but our paychecks. Let me know what you think is going to happen during this time. I don't see it easing up anytime soon. And I don't see a lot of people shopping that much for Christmas other than buying decorations and things for the kids. I don't see a whole lot going on there. But let me know what you think in your area. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Have a blessed day and talk to you soon.